Hi everybody, how you doing? I was out getting some sun, and some things come into my mind. I thought about this last night, but I thought, and I think I mentioned it in yesterday's video when I was at the park. So I figured I'd come draw this out and give you guys a view of what I'm trying to show. See if we can get a little more light. Okay, so let's say this is me. This is me drawing. So I drew some privates here, but I know it's not a perfect example. I didn't want to get too graphic on this video. So you know how they say mathematics is very important. Then they also say the universe is like made up of mathematics, that type of thing. So, I should get the image of my belly button. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I think it's this one. We'll show this one. Now, see my belly button here? Now, look very closely. You'll see it looks like a flower or something blossoming out. But there's actually something, an image down here. I think it was a child popping out. But if we look right here, is our belly button. Remember, is our biblical cord, right? Our biblical cord is being cut. Look at the word biblical. So we're removed from mother. We're separated from mother. Our lifeline is cut from mother, right? And so now we have this. Some people have the innie, some people have an outie. So this is our solar plexus area. Down here would be our sacral chakra, and then like down here in the lower part of it would be our root chakra, right? It's kind of like saying the root chakra down here. And then the sacral plexus, probably around our hip, probably, and then our solar plexus. So when we look at those graphs that have a y-axis and they have an x-axis, I know that was kind of fast. I should turn this phone the other way, but hopefully you can see this. So this is negative x, right? So mother is the plane. Remember, this is where we were separated from mother. Okay, and then so above is going to heaven, below is going to Hades, right? So you got the y-axis, the plus, and then the y negative. So when everything below here is like, is sinful, right? We were born in sin, right? So our privates are in the sin, the female privates are in the sin, so we're born in sin, okay? Isn't this wild? And notice that an x, negative x, and a positive x, because remember, this is the positive section on this side, and then it goes negative down here. So the z, the sixth letter in Greek, Z, and then seventh letter in Hebrew means it's weapon. So zeta in Greek, the sixth letter, is weapon. In Hebrew, it's zayin, right? So the word is, okay, let's do this. Zayin, Z-A-N, right? Okay. And then that represents the letter Z. Now, when you're doing a graph and you're building your knowledge up, right? You're kind of building on your knowledge. You can use this as space and time. Oh, I just thought of that. Time is being controlled by the moon. Emotion, right? The moon controls our motion, our emotion, right? So this would be considered this as like the moon. And then probably the sun is going to be, the sun might be right here. Or, think the sun is right here. Maybe it's because of a 45-degree angle. Maybe that's the purpose of the 45-degree angle. I think that's 45. No, I think 45 is down here. I think that's 90 degrees. Sorry, guys. Still got to brush up on my mouth sometimes. So we got the firmament, which goes up the top of our head. So if we do a complete circle around our body, it's called an aura, right? Our body aura or energy field. Now, notice mother X chromosome for the female, right? So XX is a fire chromosome, right? So when women say they don't need men, they can just do fine. Well, if you got fire, God's breath is air, so God's the air. Fire and air will burn you up, right? And then mother, of course, she's the firmament, right? So she's like sealing it in. So, that's why women go off, right? And men do too. So because men still have the X chromosome, but the men either are working from their right brain or their left brain. Now, when we're looking at this, we got to look at it as flipped around, because if we look at man has fire and water. The Y is the water. So fire, water, father, air, and then we got mother, which she's the land and the firmament, right? So she makes up our body. The keys, right, to heaven and to Hades. The key, meaning each one of us, right, we have the choice and not to control this area right here, because this is the serpent. The serpent is our sperm. It's the life source. I put juicy. Sperm juice. Yeah, it's like a spinal juice, right? Because this is our life source, so it goes up our spine, the tree, and it's kind of energetic, so it's very vital. Life source. And if you notice, the man's sperm kind of looks like, whistles right in there. So isn't this interesting? And look at our world today. They push sex to sell everything, that practically. They have, men going out and having sex with all these women and just leaving their children. So when they say the devil tricked Eve or tricked the serpent, it's like they're tricking each other. This seed down here is they're tricking the egg, right? So mother has the egg. I hope that kind of makes sense. I kind of stumbled through that. But so here's the zero. Remember, on a graph, this is a zero energy. So our solar plexus being the zero energy. And so when we're working up our knowledge, right, so this would be positive. So we're working our way up. So if, that would be our right brain. This would be our left brain, because I have this reversed. Because we should be looking at the other way. It's a mirror effect kind of thing. I don't even know if I can say that right. But our hair, our facial hair and a hair on our heads and our body, also notice in our world, they want everybody to shave down there, your privates, keep them shaved, and shave your chest. You see everybody, keeping themselves trimmed and shaved. Even their face, the businessmen, they shave it all off, right? And some of them just go bald completely. But the reason why they had long hair and kept their hair in the biblical days is because our hair is fiber optics. So if they're fiber optics to our ears, right, pulling it in, because everything is electricity, right, vibration, static in the air. So our hair is feeling it and reading it. Our mustache and our facial growth as well. So that's what's actually pulling it in. So the value of 70 is AN. Now AN represents our mind's eye. So we have Z. So it's kind of like saying, if you go this way, it's kind of like doing this type of effect. the Z effect, going up. Now it could go, the people that are off in the negative side are either going negative because they're not looking at the positive and looking at themselves as a whole, or where they're at, their mere reflection of to the earth and to the world, to the galaxies, right? Let's see here. And especially what I wanted to get out is this part about our privates, is our juices. This is why I was always wondering why they said that, try to, I think, be celibate or refrain from this type of sex, because they really push it to control that, right? But we didn't take it. I know I didn't take it as that. I thought, oh, how are we going to be in a free world, right? But if you realize that the male juices is our life source, and if people use it and they drain it all the time, it affects the immune system. The immune system goes down, then diseases and everything attack, right? Because you're being sinful, and this is Hades down here. So you're living in Hades and then you're going to church and everything, trying to get up to God. But, that goes for this, the weapon, right? The weapon is doing what I'm trying to show everybody, is to take these notes. I got a big stack of notes and stuff. Is because, remember, I told you in my vision, when I was at God's feet, it was my notes that Archangel Gabriel was posting on these big screens. It was everything that I was writing and drawing and stuff that he posted. It's like he took a picture of my exact work and put it on a screen. And that's when God lifted me up, and I was standing there, I was looking at him, I was like, hey, looks like someone's doing the same work as I am. And then we go to the next screen, and I was like, oh, they got the same handwriting. And then I'm like, hey, these are my notes. I totally remember. I totally remember that vision, just like it just happened. It's so amazing. So again, if we look at our solar plexus as our biblical cord was cut and separated from mother, so now we're I think, what do they call that? Unbiblical. I think it's unbiblical cord. Imbiblical cord. Imbiblical. Anyway, you got the idea. Anyway, so now we're solo, like King Solomon, right? We're a solo man. So we're trying to gain as much information, learn as much as we can in this world while we're still alive. And so we're working our way up to heaven, and we're staying in heaven.